Hello, everybody. I hope you're all fit, well, and healthy. Um, I'm just carrying on this little idea that was put out on the internet, I think a couple of days ago now. But I've just seen a video by my great friend Andy, and I thought that's a really, really good idea. So I thought I'd do it myself. And basically, it's utilizing some of your favourite artists and your albums, spelling out your favourite sport. Well, my favourite sport is a sport called triathlon. Um, and I just love the thing so much. In my younger days, I did do quite a bit of the sport myself, but I'm too old for that sort of thing now. So I normally just go cycling now, and I do a little bit of running, but and a little bit of swimming, which is what it is really, but certainly not competitive. So the idea then is to spell out the name of the sport using albums. So I have got a nice little pile here. So it's triathlon. So I'm beginning with the letter T, and so I thought I'd pick my favourite album from this wonderful, wonderful band, sadly no more, because the lead singer unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, and this is Talk Talk and the Fabulous Spirit of Eden. Wonderful, wonderful album. This came out in 1989. This one came out, so lovely, lovely album. So that's the first T then. Talk Talk then. Spirit of Eden. Desire is just a fabulous track from that album. The R then. I was wondering which one to go for from this artist, and I have got a lot of R's as well in my collection, but I thought it's a pretty obvious one, I suppose, really. A lot of people, if they do this thing and it's got an R in it, I think this is going to come up a lot, but not this particular album. I've gone for Gerry Rafferty and his very first album called Can I Have My Money Back? And this was not a success really at all. Let me come back a little bit. It wasn't a success, this, unfortunately. This was on the back of him folding the group he had with Billy Connolly. And this came out in 1971, actually, so it's quite an old album. But this is well worth picking up. It's great. So this is the album that he did prior to Stealers Wheel, although Joe Egan's on here, so his partner in Stealers Wheel is on this. Great, great album. The I then. This artist is a great, great artist. Is more of a, I suppose, more of a session musician, really, I think. But he's a great player, and it's Mark Isham, and this is his album called Castalia. He made this particular album whilst he was touring with David Sylvian, and there's some great playing on this. This came out in 1988. This particular one. Great, great cover. Sounds fantastic. Terry Bozzio on drums on this. He's an absolute star on this album. You've got Mick Kahn on here as well, which is very nice. He does some really good playing on here. The Grand Parade is the big one, and Mick plays his magical bass on there. David Torn's on this one as well. Manu Katché is on here. Anybody else of note? No, I don't think so, really. He's a fantastic trumpet player. Really, really great trumpet player. He's very, very sought after as a session musician. So there he is there. That's him there. And this album, as I said, it's an album called Castalia. And I think if anybody caught David Sylvian in 1988 on his very first solo tour, David and the rest of the band played the Grand Parade from this album. It's purely instrumental. Great, great album. Okay, we're coming to A then, and I thought, right, I can't leave this off because this has been a thing that was bought for me for my birthday by my beautiful wife, and I always wanted to delve into this group, so I'm sort of showing off a little bit, really, and it's ABBA, and this is the vinyl box set with every single, God, it weighs a ton, every single album that they've released. I really didn't appreciate them in the 70s. I liked a lot of the singles, but I'd never delved into any of the albums, and my wife got me this. Fab. The best of pop music here. So it's ABBA then. Okay, we're back to tea then, aren't we? And I really didn't know which tea I was going to go for. So I thought, right, okay, I'm going to go for an unusual artist this time, but my favourite from this artist, and this is Trent Muller, and this is his album. Let me just take it off out of this thing so you can see it properly. There you go, it's better, isn't it? And this is his album Lost. Very atmospheric, but at the same time, you know, he does beef it up a little bit on a few of the tracks. A really great album. This is a double, actually, this one. This came out in 2013. So this is his, I think it's his fourth album, this one. Great, great artist. So he's a keyboard player. This particular one is definitely influenced by The Cure, I think, mid-period Cure. So you've got things like 17 Seconds, Faith, that sort of vibe going on. There are a few vocal tracks on this, but it's predominantly instrumental. Great, great record, this one. This actually was my introduction to Trent Muller. Great, great record. This one. Okay, so there's the other T then. The H. Well, for me, it could only be one H. I've got lots of different H's, as I think most people have with a fairly decent record collection, and I've gone for the obvious, really. And this is Roy Harper, Stormcock from 1971. This is the one with Jimmy Page on there. So I've got two copies of this. That one's a reissue on Awareness, which is still pretty rare. But this is the original. This is the Harvest one. So as I said, it's got Jimmy Page on The Same Old Rock, but he's calling himself, because of Atlantic not allowing him to not allowing, I should say, Harvest to tell everybody who it is. He's calling himself S. Flautius Mercurius. and he's on the track, the Same Old Rock. Get a full sleeve. But you've got this beautiful orchestral arrangement by David Bedford. Passed away a couple of years ago now. But he does all the kitchen sink on Me and My Woman, which is a fantastic track. Fantastic. So Roy Harper's masterpiece then, Stonecock, from 1971. Let's just put this back, if I can get the thing in. And then we're going to Elle then, aren't we? And these two girls are really taking the world now. It's taken people quite a few years to really appreciate how talented these two girls' sisters are. And a friend of mine is going to see them in Bristol tonight, but they've just announced on their UK tour that they've just sold out the Royal Albert Hall, and I'm really, really pleased for them. And this is a group called Larkin Poe. Andy showed another album. I thought I'd show one as well, and this is their latest, Blood Harmony, and this is their last one. I think it's the best at the moment. They've made some great stuff. I've got most of them, but this is a particularly good one. The first track, Deep Stays Down, is just fabulous, fabulous. So there we are. The L then, Larkin Poe. The O could only be one artist for me, really. I've got a few O's, but not many, not that many. And for me, it's Mike Oldfield. His 1975 album. Again, let me just take it out there, because it's shining a bit, isn't it? It's Omadon. I think this is just magnificent. It's a magnificent record. Fabulous thing. There they all are. So he's with his brother and his sister on there, so Sally and Terry got there in the end. This is a fabulous album. I think it is his best, actually. Don't get me wrong, Tubular Bells is something else, but I think he went out of his skin with this one. So, Mike Oldfield then, from 1975. My last one then, the N, could only be one guy, and there you are, that's in there. And I thought I wouldn't pick an obvious one, I'd pick his best. The best of Bill Nelson Duplex. This is a double, and the first album, this one there, is vocal pieces, and the second album down there is all instrumental pieces. So you get the best of everything from him. This came out in 1989, this one. A national treasure. National treasure. Really, really is. And there's all the albums that he'd released up until this particular point. The man is so prolific, it's unbelievable. So there we are then. Triathlon, my favourite sport. I wish I wasn't as old as I was, that I could do a little bit more competitive running, swimming and cycling, but not to be. Another great sport actually is biathlon, which is skiing and shooting. I love that as well, but triathlon has always been one of my favourite sports. Okay, I shall leave it there then. Try and leave a comment if you would. That would be very, very nice. Okay, and let's keep this going on. It's a good bit of fun. I thought it was a great idea, actually. So thanks very much, Andy, for doing your video, and I shall go and check out the others. Okay, have a fab evening then, everybody, and stay safe. Thanks very much now. Bye.